Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and District Community SPCA. Becca, how are we doing today?
We're doing really good. How are you?
We're doing great over here. Now, we have something a little special this week, a little different. We haven't gotten to showcase anything like this yet. So, Becca, why don't you let us know who we're talking to today?
Yeah, so this is actually my first time in my 8 years here having gerbils. So this little white guy here, that one's Pinky. And then in here we have Aurora and Penelope. So we have 3 cute little gerbils that are looking for their forever homes.
Beautiful. And gerbils, I'm assuming, like I haven't personally owned any gerbils, but I'm assuming they're probably similar in care to, say, like a hamster. Is that correct?
Yeah, a little bit, I would say. I'm going to be honest, I don't know too much about them either, but I heard that lettuce is not very good for them just because the water intake is too high. Again, not sure why, but but yeah, you can see that they're in these big containers here. So they are burrowers, so they like to dig, and this is literally what they do all day long. So like you can kind of see their little huts and everything in here. We got toilet rolls in there they like to chew on and burrow in, and yeah, it's funny watching these little guys.
Well, that's super neat. So if anybody out there is looking for something interesting, certainly, you know, maybe a gerbil is the ticket. They do look like they're fun to watch. I got to say, their little containers there looks definitely amusing. And, you know, perhaps, like Becca was saying, you know, maybe you do a little bit of research on some gerbils first and learn a little bit more before you come in would certainly be helpful. And so, Becca, you recently had some donations come in from some of the pet stores in town. So why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so PetSmart just did a food drive for us. So we got a ton of kitten food, canned food, dog food. So that was really, really fantastic. So we're going to actually post about that today on our Facebook. And then Pet Value actually is currently fundraising money for us and collecting donations as well, too. So both of our pet stores that we're partnered with are really, you know, keeping us afloat with our food and everything like that, and we couldn't be happier with them.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. If anybody out there is obviously inspired by the works of, you know, good deeds, perhaps you want to make a donation as well. And Becca, we won't talk too much on it because Shelby had spoken with you guys earlier this week, but you guys have some new merch out in case anybody, you know, is interested in picking up some SPCA apparel. So why don't you just quickly give us a rundown on that?
Yeah, so actually one of my coworkers here, Sky, she got that all figured out. So, you know, that we have it posted on our Facebook, and we're going to get it on our website as well, so it's easier to find. But yeah, it's got a bunch of cool sayings on some sweaters and t-shirts, and we're going to try and find different logos in the future as well too. And yeah, so if you want some SPCA merch, you can go to our Facebook page right now, and you can find all of our cool designs.
There you go. So certainly stop in, maybe pick up a piece. It's always nice to be able to, you know, make a donation and to get something back. And this is a great way to do that. I seem to remember hearing it was something like, what, $15 from every t-shirt goes to the SPCA? Or how does that breakdown work?
Yeah, you know, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we get a percentage from each sale of each individual clothing that goes. So, you know, obviously it helps them and it helps us to get our name out and their name out as well too. So it's just a fantastic fundraiser overall.
It's a win-win for everybody involved.
It's a win-win.
Perfect. All right, and real quick before we go, Becca, you had mentioned that you guys are in the process of planning a new fundraiser, and it sounded really interesting. So why don't we just, you know, maybe tease the audience a little bit. You mentioned it had something to do with tattoos.
Yes, yeah, we are partnering up with Marked Up Tattoos. They just opened up a new shop here in town, and they're really excited to work with us as we are with them. And I think that, you know, they're going to make up a little sketches of little tattoos, and we're going to do a whole day of it. So if you want to get a tattoo and help out your local SPCA, that's our plan.
It honestly sounds very unique, Becca. I don't think I've ever heard of another, you know, animal shelter running a, you know, a walk-in tattoo fundraiser. So that is very exciting. If you guys are interested in that at all, make sure you follow the SPCA, you know, on Instagram, all their social media. Make sure to check back in so that you don't miss this event, because it does sound very interesting. Well, we're almost out of time, Becca, but you know I always like to ask before we leave, is there any physical items you guys are looking for this week?
You know, actually, we're really low on our non-clumping cat litter, so that's something that we're really in need of right now. Like I was saying, the pet stores are really coming through for us with all the wet food and dry food, so we're really good on that. But yeah, other than that, I think our clay litter is the biggest one that we need right now.
All right, so if anybody's at Walmart and you see non-clumping cat litter on sale, maybe pick up an extra box for the SPCA and drop it off on your way home. That's unfortunately all the time we have for this week, but I want to thank you once again, Becca, for stopping in. I want to thank the Gerbils back there for, stopping work. They were busy digging, but they stopped in to say hi, so we appreciate that, and we will speak with you guys again next week.
Manage your waste and recyclables with Quick Pick Waste Disposal. 100% locally owned and proud to serve and support the communities we call home. Quick Pick, the convenient solution to avoid pollution.